Here we are, live in Montreal at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, where the teams are making final preparations before today's practice session gets underway. In 1999, the outside track wall, situated on the last corner of the lap, ended the race of three Formula One world champions, Damon Hill, Michael Schumacher and Jacques Villeneuve. Since then, the wall has come to be known to fans around the world as the infamous Wall of Champions.
Turns 13 and 14 are definitely the most demanding corners on the track. A quick chicane section, entering at over 180 miles per hour, drivers use plenty of curb and get very close to the wall. But hitting those curbs at the wrong angle can easily put the car offline. You'll see a lot of drivers bail out of committing into turn 13, using the escape road to avoid contact with the wall.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
As all the cars are now over the line, your top three again are Vettel, Williams and Valtteri Bottas. That concludes an interesting practice session. Let's hope for more excitement as the weekend unfolds. Welcome again then, and we hope you're ready for another fantastic session as the teams prepare to unleash their cars for qualifying at the Canadian Grand Prix. And as we wait, poised for the start of what will hopefully be a thrilling qualifying, why don't you tell us, Anthony Davidson, about the things you can do to really get the most out of a car in a session like this?
Well, you're largely limited by the Parc Fermé regulations, of course. Back in the old days, pre-2004, you'd work on both a qualifying setup and a race setup over practice, and then swap them over after qualifying. So the race car was quite different at times to the qualifying car. Nowadays, though, you have to find a compromise that works for both. There are a few things that you can still adjust during the session, such as the differential, the brake bias, and the front wing angle, but that's about it. So it's more about optimizing what you do have and adapting your own style to suit the track conditions.
We don't need to push too hard in this session. We should have the pace to qualify easily. The rain is a few laps out yet, but it is coming. Be careful. Sorry about that. Just wasn't our day.
As we wind down from the excitement of qualifying, here's a look at your top three. Vettel, Hamilton and Kimi Raikkonen. Goodbye for now then, but we're really just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
Amazing performance out there. You must be really happy. Things looked close between you and your rival for a bit, but you came out on top, didn't you? You left some bodywork out there on the track. Were you struggling for grip? Great. Well, that's everything.
Obviously, I expected a better session, but these things happen from time to time. Try to make up for it in the race.
Tough luck there. It's not quite where we'd want to be on the grid, but chin up, it's not the end of the world.
We're back once again beside the St. Lawrence River here in Montreal for the Canadian Grand Prix. The event first moved to a variant of this track back in 1978. It was won by none other than Gilles Villeneuve, the first Canadian to ever win his home race, and in whose honour the circuit would be renamed. We'll be seeing top speeds of around 210 miles an hour here at the circuit Gilles Villeneuve, with around two-thirds of the lap taken at full throttle. High-speed chicanes spell potential danger, especially at the infamous Wall of Champions. And watch out for overtaking into the hairpin and the final chicane. Anthony Davidson is alongside me as usual for the race today. Let's talk about Williams. As with all the drivers at this level, they have a lot of ambition, but Formula One's a daunting step up from any other series, so expectations are high right from the start.
And this is something that has ended the career of many a young driver, as that leap up to Formula One proves to be too much. But luckily in this case, I'd say they're doing a good solid job, and the risk the team took in signing them is definitely starting to pay off.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. Sebastian Vettel will start on pole. Fantastic qualifying from the multiple world champion. And it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Raikkonen, Bottas, Daniel Ricciardo and Alonso, Williams, Hülkenberg, Sainz and Romain Grosjean, Perez, Ocon, Max Verstappen and Ericsson, Van Dorn, Leclerc, Brendan Hartley and Lance Stroll. Sirotkin and Pierre Gasly rounds off the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Okay, the run into turn 1 isn't too long, so the pack will be bunched up. Take start. Good job. Okay, clear. We're accumulating some wear on the MG UK. To manage this, we'll need to lower our ERS deployment mode. We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the ultra softs. Yellow flag. We're leading our teammate by 4.1 seconds. Gap to car in front is 3.8 seconds. We're boxing this lap. Give us the best in lap you can. Don't forget, box this lap. ahead is 5. Our gap to the car in front is 7.7 seconds. This is your final lap of the race. Hamilton's out in front. Okay, good job, mate. Really well done. That was a fantastic drive.
And Mercedes have pulled off a great victory here today. And Anthony Davidson, give me your thoughts. How did they accomplish this result?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
And here are our podium drivers today after that excellent race. They've excelled here, as they so often do, and it's a well-deserved victory. Mercedes, then, are on top today. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the Drivers' Table. Lewis Hamilton takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship after an excellent result. And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Let's give it to Lance Stroll. That was a quality drive from start to finish. He can be proud of that one.
On to the constructors then. It was a tough race for our championship leaders who lose ground at the top of the table. There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today as they make their way up the standings. There'll be plenty more twists and turns to come this season. I hope you can join us at the next race to see just who will come out on top.
Good day today. Tell us about it from your perspective. Would you say that your rival is still on your level? Your team must be ecstatic with how you're performing. Do you think you were lucky not to end your race with that crash? Great! Well, that's everything.
We've received invitations to new historic events. You'll be able to choose whether or not to participate before the end of this weekend. Your attitude during interactions with the media has a bearing on how you're considered by each team. Some value showmanship, others sportsmanship. Matching your behavior to the team's expectations will give us a stronger position during contract negotiations.
What do you think of this one?